Hi, good morning, Toy.
Morning, teacher.
Okay, how are you today?
Yeah, sure.
So you're
I'm
good.
today.
Okay, so we're going to continue our lesson. It's all about good customer service, right?
Yes. Yeah.
Okay. So last time we were able to discuss about a video that tells us about good customer service, right? So we
Yes.
had able to understand there on the video things in order for us to have a good customer service relationship with our customers.
Yes.
Okay, now
Yes.
this time, as part of the reading, so we are going to understand now the 6 rules for good customer service. Okay?
Yes.
So let's try to read the text and we have to do the exercise after. Okay, Toy? So number one rule for good customer service is
Answer your phone.
okay. So in answering the phone, what are we going to understand?
The golden rule is never miss a phone call. So
So
someone should always be available to pick up the phone. Your company may have to set up a call center to meet the needs of customers.
yes. So what does it mean when we say answer your phone?
Yeah,
So what does it mean? Is it a good service, customer service, if we are going to assign someone that is to answer phone calls?
yeah.
Yes. Why is it it's very important, Toy?
Because when the customer want to get any information from our company, the call center can rely on time when they want. So it's very important for company if you don't have the if the company don't have the call center, nobody answer customer question. So
That's
customer
correct.
will not unhappy with the company.
That's correct. Very good.
Yeah,
So very well said because um we have the golden rule, right? So the golden rule is never miss a phone call because that call, okay, or those calls are very important, okay, in your company, right? So therefore a
yes,
lot of company set up the so-called call center, okay,
yeah,
so
mm,
that they can able to meet the needs of the customer, especially in inquiring, okay. And just
yeah,
like what you have said, if it doesn't have a call center, of course the customer will not going to satisfy with our services. So one of the rule for good customer service is to always answer a
yeah,
phone call. Okay?
yes.
Remember that. Then the second one is,
Keep your
okay,
promises.
promises. Yes, so keep your
Promises.
promises. And then,
The customers want to reliable service. So always do what you say you will do. Keep to your deliver dates and you'll get repeat business from your satisf- satisfied customers.
yes. So that means since we have set up a phone call, the one who are in charge in getting calls, in getting orders, so it's very important to keep your promises. Like for example, if you tell the customer, okay, we will going to deliver, okay, your order as soon as possible within 1 hour, so you have to keep that, okay,
Yeah.
so that
Mm.
the customer will going to be satisfied and they will going
Yes.
to get repeat business from your satisfied customers, right?
Yes.
Okay, so it's very important to keep your promises. Okay, number
Yes.
three, Toy.
Listen to your customers.
Yes.
Conduct surveys period,
Periodically, periodically.
periodically to find out what your customers think.
Okay.
Learn from their feedback and change your strategy up
If
if
necessary.
necessary.
Okay,
Yeah.
so what does it mean when we say listen to your customer's toy? What do you think of this one? Why do we need to listen to our customers?
Uh, we need to listen up, opinion of customer because you can know what they want to get from your company. They want to also like that you can uh, develop your company. You can improve
The
improve your
services?
business. Yeah,
Yes.
you can, so your company will step by step make the satisfy for customer. Yeah.
Okay, or we call that one, in other words, we have to call that one as feedback, right? So we
Yes.
need a very good feedback coming from the customers if they are satisfied with our services. Okay, so
Yes.
that they will going to do it, they will going to repeat it again once they are satisfied. Okay?
Yes.
That's why we do have a lot of customers that keep on repeating their orders. They keep on what is this one? They keep on enrolling with that particular services of yours because they are satisfied with your service, and that is one of a rule for a good customer service. Okay, so
Yeah.
we have
Mm.
three now. Answer. The first one is answer your phone. The second
Yes.
one
Keep
is,
your promises.
and the third one is,
Listen to your customers.
yes. So you have to listen to our customers.
Yeah.
Okay, next. What about number four, Toy?
Ghi complain
Oops,
your.
sorry. Okay, number
Yeah.
four.
Give complain your full attention.
Yes, so give complaints your full attention. So what does it mean, Toy? When you say give complaints your full attention,
Mm. Deal with
deal
complaints quickly and efficiently.
efficiently
If you have to give a refund, do you with
with a
do it
smile.
with a smile.
Yes.
Satisfied customer will recommend you to praise and get you more business.
Okay. So if when we say give compliments your full attention, what do you think is this one, Toy?
Yeah, when the customer have a problem with our company,
Mm,
you can quickly to find the solution and deal with them, so they will happy, they will satisfied with our service. So after they finish with our service, they can recommend with another person, example their family, their friend, blah blah, for for our service with them, so
yes.
they will get more customer.
Yes,
Yeah.
actually, okay. It's very important that if your customers are complaining, so you should have to do something about that, okay?
Yeah.
If they ask for a refund of their payment, okay, you have to do that with a smile, okay?
Yes.
Because if they are satisfied, okay? And if
mm,
you already give them their request, of course, they will going to recommend you recommend you to a friend or maybe to a family to get your business.
yes.
Okay?
Mm,
Yes. So we have to do an action that means complaints your full attention. So we have to give them our full attention with their complaints,
yeah.
right?
Mm.
Okay. And number five,
Take the extra step
yeah. So take the extra step. So what does it mean when you say take the extra step?
of her personalized uh, service
Service.
to your customers, and they will feel more important. Deal with their question on a personal basis and make sure they know what their options are at all times.
Yes. So what does it mean? Take the extra step. Okay. You heard about the complaint, right? And
Yes,
you know already the complaint. So what are you going to do? So you need to take extra step for that
yeah,
one. Let's say for example, if you got a mistake, okay,
yeah,
with the order because you weren't able to deliver the order on time, so you have to say sorry for that. And of
yeah.
course, you have to call call the
And the,
customer as soon as
yeah.
possible, right? So that would be taking the extra step, right?
Mm.
Okay. And what about others? What do you think when you say take the extra step, Toy? What about your own opinion? What do you think is this take a extra step?
Yeah, I think if you make the mistake with the customer, you quickly call them, say sorry with them. After that,
Mm,
if you delivery wrong the product, yeah, you need to change
that's
immediately
correct.
for them. They will happy and because they think nobody work uh, can work correct anytime. But sometimes we have a mistake. But if you quickly change, if you happy, con them, say sorry with them, they will
That's
happy
correct.
to get to change a their product and will they will buy again your product. I think that
Yes. Yes. And aside from that, okay, let's say, for example, if you cannot offer that particular service or services, if you cannot offer that, okay, why don't you offer them? Why don't you explain to them that, oh, aside from the following services that we have also like this, so that they
yeah,
have options, right?
yeah,
So they have an options to choose from and then let the customers decide. So that is also what we call take the extra step. Okay. The customer already laid down the complaints. You know already that the complaint is um, a very, what is one, slow delivery of the order. Let's say, for example, like that. So as a manager, so what are you going to do? Right?
mm,
So you need to take an extra step for that. So what are you
yeah,
going to do? You have to call the customer and then ask
yeah,
for sorry. That's what you said while ago, right? Okay. And then after that, after telling the customer, after hearing your sorry, of course, what you're
yeah,
going to do, you have to call the attention of your employees. So as a
yeah,
manager, you have to call them and then you need to have a meeting, okay?
mm,
That
mm,
next time you don't want that kind of services because that the customer will not going to satisfy if our deliveries are always late, right? So what are we
yes,
going to do? So we need to do something about that. So what are we
yeah,
going to do for that?
mm,
Okay? And the manager cannot do that by himself alone. But of course, he or she needs the attention of all the personnel and the crews may be in that particular
yeah,
company, right? So you
yes,
are going to do hand in hand in order to improve that particular service to your customer. Okay?
yeah.
So
Mm.
that is taking extra step. Then number 6.
Give customer something extra.
Yes. So when we say give customers something extra, what does it mean? I already mentioned this one just a while ago, okay? During the last time that we had our class, right, Toy? So what
Yeah,
does it mean when we say give customers something extra?
encourage customer loyalty by giving your regular customers something extra.
Yes.
Your customers will be happy to get something they didn't expect.
Yes. So what does it mean, Toy? Give customers
I think
something extra.
uh, everybody will want to get uh, more products, more goods when they buy any products.
Products,
So
okay.
yeah, so uh,
You give.
we give more extra for our product for them. They will happy when to choose. They will compare our product with another product to try. When they see, they will consider. They will think they can get how how many products for the same money that they pay, so they will buy our products. I think that so they the company should have the promotion for our products, so they will um they will sell more product when customers see uh the promotion. I think that's
Okay. Okay. So that would also be correct. And of course, okay, one of the examples also would be maybe by giving your regular customers
yeah,
well, this one, a discount, right?
yeah,
Okay, let's say for
discount,
example,
correct.
giving discounts. Okay, since you are a regular customer, I'm going to give you 50% discount on all our products.
Mm,
So by giving that, of course, the
mm,
customer will going to say, "Oh, he or she didn't expect that one." And then what she will going to do? Of course, she will going to repeat it again, right? Because you
yeah,
give an extra 50% for that particular product, right?
yeah,
Or if you cannot give something a let's say for example a discount, maybe you can give something to the customer. Let's say for example, okay, free token, okay, or a token, right? A token of appreciation maybe, like for example giving them something, right? So that is what we call giving customers extra or something extra, okay? A discount, maybe a gift,
mm,
okay, or maybe a free massage for
yeah,
one day, right? So those are extras that the
yeah,
customers wanted, right?
mm,
Okay, and
yeah,
maybe you can give something or a cash gift, a cash prize,
mm,
right? And
yeah,
then it's a form of marketing also, okay, that you are going to tell your customers, okay, if you were going to order something, like for example, to if you're going to enroll with our two services, so you will going to get an extra service, like for
yeah, yeah, yeah.
example, okay, like for
Correct.
example, giving cash gift,
Yeah,
okay, giving a full massage to that
mm,
particular person, or giving something, or something, okay?
mm.
So that would be extra. Okay?
Yeah,
So what were our number 4? Give complaints your full
your food.
attention. Number
Yes.
5,
Number five,
take.
take the extra steps.
And number 6,
Give customers something extra.
okay. Now, we already knew the 6 rules of or for good customer service. Now, let's try to answer the questions in here, Toy. Question number 1, would you kindly read?
If I
If
I am
you
a
are,
customer,
yes,
I will.
which rule will satisfy you the most? So what do you
If
think would
if
be the rule?
I buy a product for my family, I will to the give customer for something extra because I
Okay.
want to get more products.
That's
Yeah, yeah,
correct, right? Okay,
yeah,
like for example, in a certain yeah, when you buy something just like what you have said. So
yeah.
you wanted extra, right? Extra, maybe
Mm-mm.
extra like for something, okay? That particular mall maybe can give you, right?
Yeah,
Okay.
example, I just pay uh for
Only let's say 10% discount, right?
yeah.
Okay. So you will be happy, right? You will be
Yeah,
happy if the mall can give you that kind of extra. Okay?
yeah, I am a Napoli person. I want to
That's
get
correct.
and
Yes, that's
so
correct. So that's a very good decision. Okay? Question number 2, Toy.
what do you think about the ruler listen to your customer?
Yes. So what do you
Oh,
think
it's
about the
very good.
rule?
Yeah, you if you are a boss of company, you need to listen your customer. They will complain. They will send uh some option with your company. You can get, you can hear, you can so you develop your company and improve your company. You can visit it more. Yeah, they will
Okay.
make the customer satisfied with your
Satisfied.
company. Yeah.
Yes. Okay,
Mm.
that's why listening is very important, okay?
Yes.
Because the customers can give feedback to your company. So
Yeah.
out
Yeah.
from that feedbacks, we can be able to understand if that customer or those customers were satisfied with our
Yeah.
services. Okay? So
Yes.
that's why listening is very important.
Yeah.
Question number 3, Toy.
In your opponent and what role the company often bread?
Yes, so in your opinion, what rule does a company often break? So when you say often break, they're not following. So what do you think is that rule that the
I
company
think
often
some
break?
company uh, give complain your full attention. So
Yes.
I think some company only only in invest
Mm-hmm.
only see the only see the income,
Yes, the
the
income.
sales
Okay.
target. So
Yes.
they
They
do
don't
not.
listen, right?
Yeah, they
They
don't
don't listen to
listen.
the complaint.
Yeah, yeah,
Yeah, so they don't do something about that. Say they're not taking extra step because they don't want to complain, right?
yeah.
Yeah. Okay, same idea with me, okay? That
Okay.
sometimes companies often break the rule like this, okay?
Yeah,
That they do not give much attention to complaints.
Yes.
Okay?
Mm.
That's why they get a lot of problems
Yeah.
because they are not giving solution to the complaints,
Yeah.
right?
Yeah.
Okay. So what would happen to that company if that would be the case? If they're not listening to the complaint of their customers. So what happened?
Yeah, I think the first time they will get the income high, but after that uh s- so much complaint from customer. They not hear, they not care. So customer will satisfied.
Dissatisfied.
Yeah,
Yes.
so
And
they will
soon, yes,
do another do
another
another yeah, rather
another
so
company,
yeah,
right? So
another
they will
company.
going to transfer to another company that wherein uh they of course that company hear whatever their complaints, right?
Yeah.
Okay. So what happened to the company? The company will not going
Yeah.
to be successful in the near future, right?
Yeah.
Okay,
Okay.
very good. So those are the 6 rules for good customer service. Okay, do you
Yes.
have questions with that, Toy? Do you have
Yeah, I don't
questions?
have question,
Okay, let's move
teacher.
on to
Yeah.
the next one. Okay, so part of the reading again, let's try to match these quotes from a company employee to the 6 rules in the text. Okay, so
Mm.
again, what are the rules? Answer your phone call, keep your
Keep your
promises,
promises.
listen to your
Listen your
customers,
customers
give complaints your full
full
attention,
attention. Take
take
the extra
extra
step.
step and give
Give
customers
customer
something
something
extra.
extra.
Okay. Now, in this particular code, what do you think would be um, the match, okay, of these codes from the company employee to the 6 rules in the text? Number one, can you read this one or letter A?
We decide every machine to
Machine,
meet
the
the
specific
specific needs
needs of the
of
customer. So
customers.
what do you think is this? Is it one, two, three, four, five, or six? We
Yes.
design every machine to meet the specific needs of the customer. So what do you think is that? Is it answer your phone, keep your promises, listen to your customers? Is it give complaints your full attention, take the extra step, or give customers something extra? What do you think with this? That the company design every machine to meet the specific needs of the customer.
Three.
Okay, what is that number 3? Listen
Listen
to your customer.
customer.
Okay, so that would be correct. Okay, why? Because, what do
They
you think? Yeah,
they
because
can
if you
hear.
try to listen to your customers, you can
Yes.
be able to improve your,
Your business.
yes, your business. Okay, that's why if you put if you design every machine to meet the
Yeah.
specific needs of the customers, of course, the customers will be satisfied. Okay?
Yeah. Mm.
Okay, next. What about letter B? We
We
negotiate.
now negotiate expensive price expensive price for our loyal customers.
Okay, so what do you think is that?
I think six.
Okay, so that would be 6. So why is it 6? Okay, from the
We
word
we pay with
negotiate.
the
Okay?
special price.
Yes, something. extra.
extra. Yeah.
Okay? So that's correct. Next, letter C.
Give customer their money back if they are not
Completely
satisfied.
satisfied. Okay, what do you think is that?
I think for
Number?
number wait for me number
Okay.
4.
Okay, number 4. So why is it number 4? Give complaints your full attention. And look at this one. If you have to give a refund, do it with a smile. So just like this one, the customers, okay, give their money back if they are not completely satisfied. So this one is number 4. That's correct.
Yeah.
Okay, next. What about letter D?
We send out a customer's questionnaire every
Every
year to get their
their
opinion.
opinion. So what is that?
I think listen.
Oh, okay. We have what we need to exchange. Okay.
Yeah.
Number one is number 5. Okay.
Yeah. Mm.
Then letter D would be 3. Why number
3.
3?
Yeah.
Because we need to listen to our customers' feedback. That's why we have to conduct a survey, or we call
Yeah.
this one as
3.
customers questionnaire. So that would be number 3. Okay.
Yeah. Mm.
Next, number letter E.
We employ 40
40
people
people
to
to
ensure
ensure
we deliver on
deliver on
time.
time. Okay. So what do you think is this? You
Deliver on time.
yes.
Uh, True.
Mm-hmm.
Deliver on time if you promise.
Yeah, okay. So that means you keep your promise. Okay. So you
Yeah.
need to deliver, or you want your customers reliable service. So you need to deliver that on time. So that would be 2. Next,
Yeah.
what about letter F?
We have for
Receptionist
receptionist talking
taking
on
calls at all
us on
times.
time.
So
1.
that would be
Answer
1.
your phone.
Very good. So that would be answering phone calls. Very
Yeah.
good. Okay. So again, if we design every machine to meet the specific needs of the customers, so it's rule number 5. So what it says, take the
The
extra
extra step.
step. Okay. The second one, we negotiate special
The best
prices for our loyal
loyal
customers.
customers.
So it says there, it's number
Give
6.
customers something
Extra.
extra.
Okay. Because of the keyword loyal customers, right?
Yeah. Mm.
Okay. In letter C, we give customers their money back if they are not completely satisfied. That means you need to have, or you need to give a refund.
Mm.
So that would be rule number
For
4. So give complaints your full attention.
attention.
Next, letter D. We send our customers questionnaires every year to get their opinion. So we call this one also as feedback. So what
Yeah.
is that? That
3.
would be, yes, listen
Listen
to
to
your
your
customers.
customers.
Very good. And then letter E, we employ 40
For
people to ensure we
deliver
deliver on time. So rule number
to
2, because you
keep
keep your
your
promise.
promises.
Customers want a reliable service. Okay?
Yeah. Mm.
And lastly, we have 4 receptionists taking
Talk.
calls at all times. So from the word calls, so that
Yes.
would be rule number 1.
1.
Answer your
Your
phone.
phone.
Okay? Do you
Yeah.
have questions with this, Toy?
Yeah. No more question, teacher.
Okay, next. Let's move on to listening activity. So let's try to listen to three speakers talking about their experiences of bad customer service. Okay? So this time, we will be hearing what are the bad, okay, experiences of the customer. Okay?
Yeah.
Okay, let's play now.
Unit
Can you
6,
hear that?
Audio 28.
Yes,
Can
I can.
1.
Last year, I bought a book about the painter Degas from a local bookshop. When I got home, I found the book was in Spanish, not in English. I went back to the shop, but they didn't have the English version in stock. They said it was impossible to give me a refund. Actually, they weren't at all helpful.
2.
I booked a taxi to go to the airport to catch an early flight.
Mhm.
The taxi arrived at my house almost an hour late, and I missed my flight. I'm not going to use that taxi company
Oh,
again because
see?
they are so unreliable.
3.
We bought a new executive chair for our office, but after just a week, a wheel came off. I phoned the company to complain, and they said they would send another immediately. In the end, it took 9 phone calls and nearly 2 months to get a new chair. We've been loyal to the same company for years. However, we were dissatisfied with the service this time, so we've changed to a different company.
Yes. Okay. So we already heard about this maid of the customer, right?
Yeah.
So we had here three speakers, talker number one, number two, and number three. They had different experiences of
Mm.
bad customer service.
Yeah.
Okay? So what do you think the problems they encountered? Okay, about talker number one, what do you think would be the problems that um, he encountered in this particular company? So, what do you think? Talker number one.
I want to
So
hear one.
she ordered about book, right? So the book was in the wrong language. So
Mm.
that's the first problem. And then shop did not have the correct version and refused to give a refund.
Yeah.
So that would be the problems, right? Okay,
Mm.
the first one again, book was in the wrong language. And then the shop did not have the correct version of that book and they refused to give a refund. Oh, look at that one toy. How it's a big problem, right?
Mm.
Yeah, it's a big problem. Next, what about talker number two? What do you think would be the problem? It's all
Yeah.
about the taxi, right?
Yeah. Mm.
So what happened to the taxi?
The taxi.
Was
They wait the taxi long, so he missed the
the
uh
flight. So
yeah, the flight.
the taxi was late
Yeah.
and the speaker missed their
The
flight.
flight.
Oh,
Yeah.
what a dismayed, right? You were able to pay for the ticket of the plane and then
Yeah.
you were late. Okay? Oh. Okay, now the question, Toy, what if it happens to you? How do you feel? Are you going to
You
be
will
cool?
angry. I will angry. So very
You will
angry
be,
with the taxi
yes,
driver.
that's correct. So you will be dismayed, okay? And
Yeah.
therefore, according to the person, according to token number two, he doesn't want to ride to ride in that taxi anymore. See? So that's a customer experience, bad customer experience, right? Okay,
Yeah.
what about token number three? What can you say about that? About her experience?
Uh,
So she was able to order a new chair, right?
yeah.
Okay, and then what happened to the new chair? So a new chair, even though it's new, but during the first week, it was already broken in the
Yeah.
first week. Okay? And then the company called, okay, the customer called to or to through a phone call
Mm.
9 times. Okay?
Yeah.
2 months and
Oh.
2 months to get a new chair. Imagine
Yeah.
that. Okay, so they bought that chair, that new chair, but the quality of that chair is not good because even though it's just new, okay, in just only 1 week, it was broken. And then when
Mm.
they complain, and they phone call the company, and they phone call the company for 9 times before they contacted the company, and then after that, 2 months after, the new chair has been delivered. Okay,
Oh.
because according to the company, they will going to replace the chair that was
Mm.
broken. Okay, but the chairs that was a replacement for the broken chair, okay, came after 2 months.
Yeah.
Okay,
Oh.
so
No.
what a dismayed,
Very
right?
nice. Yeah.
So it's not a good customer service. So what do you think would be the problems in here, Toy? What do you think would be the problem? Problem number one, talker number one. So why is it they encountered such problem that the book was in the wrong language? Okay, when you
Yeah.
say wrong
Maybe.
language, maybe he wanted to you wanted the book which is English version,
Yeah.
but when he bought the book, it was Chinese version.
Yeah.
Okay. So it's wrong language. Okay. Let's say
Yeah.
for example, I am an American. Do I can I understand Chinese? Of course I couldn't, right?
Yeah.
Okay.
Yes.
So what am I going to do with the book because I don't know how to read that, right?
Yes.
Oh.
Yes.
So it's a big problem. So what do you think would be the problem in here?
I think this the problem is the the person the employee when they repair deliver
Yes.
for customer they not
They
see
That's
not
correct. And
yeah.
maybe if that book was ordered through phone call, they
Mm.
didn't ask the customer of what would be the version.
Mm.
Right? Okay,
Yes.
if you are the one in charge, you should have to ask the customer, okay, I'm sorry, but I have to ask this. What do you think would be the version that you wanted to order? Is it in English? Is it in Chinese? Is it in Hindi? Is it a Vietnamese maybe or whatsoever? Right? So that you
Yeah.
can be able to know the details.
Mm.
So I think the problem in here is they didn't able to ask the customer more details,
Yes.
right? And then the shop did not have the correct version and refused to give a refund. Like for
Yeah.
example, oh, so I'm sorry, it was already delivered, so we cannot refund your money anymore. And since the problem is within the book company, so supposed
Mm.
to be they should have to ask for sorry to the customer, and then
Mm.
they should have to what? Okay, sir, ma'am, would you kindly return the book and
Mm.
promise? Maybe the first thing that they should have to do is we will going to replace the book,
Mm.
okay, with an English version,
Mm.
and delivered it to you right away,
Yeah.
right?
Mm.
Or if they don't have the English version of that, they will going
Yes.
to ask the customer, sorry to say, we don't have the English version. Okay, can you return the book and we will going to refund your money? Isn't
Yes.
it better idea, right?
Mm. Yeah.
So is that a good customer service, Toy?
Yes.
Yes, see? Okay.
maybe the ruler from the company, the boss, the boss want to refund. Yeah.
Yes.
Maybe
Okay.
some some company doesn't want to refund for
Yes.
customer.
Customer. Okay.
Mm,
And so that's a big problem. If that company doesn't want to refund, that would be a big problem, and that would be a negative feedback to them, right?
yeah,
Yes, and the customer will not going to buy again because
yes,
of that feedback, right? Okay, what
yeah,
about talker number two? So the problem is the taxi because
mm.
it's late and then the speaker missed the flight. So what do you think would be the problem in here? So what they will going to do? What do you think, Toy?
I
Okay, we have to
think
suggest a good customer service in order to improve their services. So what do you think would be that?
uh, yeah, for the taxi company, uh,
Yes.
very very difficult to can many quit the taxi driver. You
That's
know now,
correct.
so much taxi they can get to customer one time. Example,
Yes.
they they not yet finished the send the customer to play they play. After that they can open the phone, they can get
Yes.
the next for the next customer. So they want to after send, they will immediately to have a new
Yes.
customer.
That's
So they get
correct.
to, so they sometimes they play. I only see this problem when they go to
That's
the
correct.
airport. So I ask, oh, why you where do you go now? Oh, why I don't see you here? Yeah,
Yes.
yeah.
That's correct.
He said,
And
wait for me, wait for me. Oh, why long time cannot see him?
that's correct.
Yeah,
Okay, actually, there would be a lot of problems when it comes to that. Why? They wouldn't able to think in advance that
yeah,
maybe along the way there would be a lot of traffics, right? So
yeah,
therefore, better ask the customer. Okay, sir,
yeah.
ma'am, what time you'll be going to go somewhere?
Mm,
Okay, and then if that particular, and then they should have to estimate how many kilometers that taxi will going to go to the customer, right? And then
mm,
they will going to estimate the traffic, so how many hours the taxi, okay, to go to the customer. Okay,
yeah,
if they ask the full details about the customer, especially the number, and then that the driver would also communicate with the customer,
mm,
right? Okay, so along the way, you have to tell the customer, okay, we are now on the way going to your place. Okay,
yeah,
so after 2 hours, we will be there. So we want you to be ready, right?
yeah,
Okay, so
yeah.
that
I
would be
think
a good customer service.
yeah,
Mm-hmm.
I think the company need to take care the system because they receive the customer from system. You can
That's
you
correct. You can
yeah
update, right?
yeah, can update you. You don't allow for them. The company doesn't allow for them get to customer one time.
That's
You need
correct.
to finish the first. After that, you get more. Cannot get
Yes.
to customer one time when you not
Okay.
yet finish the first.
That's correct. And then maybe they will going to set up on their taxi the what is this one? The way that they can see the monitor in the TV in their monitor that, oh, this way is traffic. So you should have to to find somewhere, right? You have to
mm,
find a way that that is not traffic, right?
yeah,
Okay, so you can see in there the traffic update so that you
yeah,
won't be late in going there to the customer, right?
yeah,
And look at what
mm,
happened. The customer
yeah,
already missed the flight. Okay.
yeah. Now,
He or booked, he booked or she booked a
yeah,
flight. And then,
yes,
right? So what happened to that? Of course, it will not be refunded again. Right?
yeah. Yeah,
Yes.
in Vietnam now, the taxi driver very they will work hard. They can register with two company,
Mm.
so they will they have two phone, so
Oh,
they can
that's
get
very
two app.
good.
Yeah, but app by internet. If you he not if finish this company, he can open with another company.
That's
So
correct.
yeah, so
Yeah,
the customer cannot know what he want, what he
that's
do.
correct.
Yeah,
Okay. Okay. And then there's another problem in here. Talker number three. So the chair had been broken, and then they
yeah,
keep on contacting the company. They had been contacted the company when they called 9 times, and then they promised to replace the broken chair, but the broken chair had been replaced after 2 months with a
yeah,
chair. So there would be a big problem with that. So customer service would be the key in order for them to be successful because they don't have a better customer service,
yeah,
right?
mm,
Okay. And again, based on the 6 rules, we have to remember that we should have to keep
keep
our promises
yes,
with our customers because if
yeah,
we keep them, okay, we promise them that we can deliver that on time, so they will
yeah,
be satisfied, right?
yeah,
Okay, very good. So do you have questions with this toy?
yeah. No more
No
question,
more.
teacher.
Okay. Now this time we're going to listen again to the audio and let's try to answer after listening.
Yeah,
Unit 6. Audio 28. 1,
Last year, I bought a book about the painter Degas from a local bookshop. When I got home, I found the book was in Spanish, not in English.
Oh,
I
Spanish.
went back to the shop, but they didn't have the English version in stock. They said it was impossible to give me a refund. Actually, they weren't at all helpful.
2,
I booked a taxi to go to the airport to catch an early flight. The taxi arrived at my house almost an hour late, and I missed my flight. I'm not going to use that taxi company again because they are so unreliable.
3,
We bought a new executive chair for our office, but after just a week, a wheel came off. I phoned the company to complain, and they said they would send another immediately. In the end, it took 9 phone calls and nearly 2 months to get a new chair. We've been loyal to the same company for years. However, we were dissatisfied with the service this time, so we've changed to a different company.
Okay. So
yeah,
what do you think would be the answer in here, Toy? So let's try
yes.
to complete the sentences. Number one,
They
they said
say
it
it
was.
were impossible to give me a refund.
Yes. So the correct one is impossible. And then the second one,
Actually, they weren't our own helpful.
yes, helpful. That's
Yeah,
correct. Number three,
I'm going to use the taxi company again
again,
to
because they're
because
so
they show unreliable.
unreliable.
Unreliable. Yeah,
That's correct. The number four,
we've been loyal to same company for years.
Yes, so the correct one is loyal. And the
Yeah,
number five,
we were dissatisfied with the service this time.
yes, so we were dissatisfied with the service this time. Actually, these are all problems that we can be able to encounter once, okay, the company
Yeah,
is not doing a very good customer
yes,
service. Okay? So what happened to that? Of course, um, they will going to give and they will going to give not a good feedback but a
yeah,
bad feedback, right?
yes, yes.
Okay. Next one. So what is your idea of a good customer service, Toy? Now let's try to discuss with your teacher the questions. Number one, can you read this one, Toy?
What problems do you often have when you contact with a company?
Yes. So what problems do you often have when you contact a company? Have you experienced that one, Toy? That when you contact the company and there would be problems in it, you were able to discover that they had the problems when it comes to this and like that. So what do you think are those?
I think some company have a system to call center, but sometimes the system problems and we cannot um, contact with the company, so they automatic the system. You cannot see the customer service. Some customer service you can see, but she reply not correct you with our question. They ask, I will check again. They cannot deal with uh, uh, this our question, so they cannot rely with us when they need when we need you.
Yeah,
So
actually, okay. So I
yeah,
got your point, okay, that
yeah,
sometimes um company doesn't have a customer service, right? That they could answer questions, that they could answer inquiries, they could answer problems, right? Or
yeah,
those who are taking orders, okay, the one responsible for that would be the customer service, right? So
yeah,
therefore, also, the customer service behavior must also be good, right?
mm,
So of course, they should have to be very polite in answering calls. Even though the customers are angry, they should have to maintain all the time the politeness.
yeah.
Okay? Yeah. So those were a problem that you encountered, right? Now, have you ever experienced a terrible customer service? And how terrible is it? What do you think, Toy? Have you experienced a terrible customer service? Like, for example, um, they don't give you the exact details of the product, but
Yeah,
they wanted you to buy. Okay,
mm,
you have to decide. You have to buy now. If you will not going to buy, okay, that's not my problem anymore. Okay, buy. Have you experienced that kind of customer service in that particular company?
yeah. Uh,
Yeah. Actually, I
uh,
experienced that one once.
yeah,
Okay, when I call to that to their company's customer service, and
mm,
then I don't know what happened, but they keep on insisting that I cannot do like that. Okay, I'm explaining them that I want this particular service, but they
mm,
keep on insisting, oh, sorry, we don't have that. They keep on
mm,
telling that one. Okay, they're not listening. Okay, I always explain to them, okay, listen to me first. This is I wanted to do. Okay, I want to change my program. I want to change this one. Can you help me do this one if it is possible? So
mm,
that is what I am telling them. But they do not listen to me because they keep on insisting that they don't have services like that.
oh,
Okay, so it's a terrible customer service, right?
yeah, yeah.
Okay. So what about you, Toy? Have you experienced also that one?
Not yet see because I always do as I really to uh to call the customer. I now before I buy from supermarkets now I
Mm,
can, yeah, now I can uh to order from the website,
yeah. So
so
you
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 can,
ordered that one online.
yeah, you
Yeah.
can, before I order I can see the review of
Yes, that's correct.
the first
That's
before
correct.
customer they
Okay.
will,
Very good,
yeah,
ah.
yeah.
Yeah. So before you are going to order, you have to look at for the reviews first, right? Because that would
Yes,
be feedback, right?
yeah,
It's very important
important,
to take note because
yeah,
feedbacks are very
yeah,
important, right?
yeah,
Okay. And how would you describe the quality of customer service in your country? Okay, in Vietnam, what do you think would be the quality of customer service in your country, Toy? Is it good? Is it fair? Or is it not fair?
yeah. In every country have the good and not
Yeah,
good.
actually,
No.
actually, not only here in the Philippines, but all throughout the world, right? In every
Yeah,
country, there would also be a bad customer service, and they have
yeah,
also a good customer service, right? So that's
yeah.
correct. Okay, we can say that it depends on the person, it depends on the company, right? If
Mm,
the company what is one do a lot of things in order to improve their services, well,
yes,
they know what are good customer service, right?
yeah,
But if the company doesn't um what is what doesn't care for the
mm,
welfare of their customers, so they don't have the so-called customer service, right?
yes, yeah,
Yes. Okay. And do you have questions with this, Soy?
yeah. No more question, teacher.
Okay, so of course, we're done already with our lesson about customer service. Now, in order for us to say goodbye at this point in time, allow me first to recap the lessons that we had learned. So we learned about the vocabulary about satisfied,
Satisfied, reliable,
reliable,
personal,
personalized,
service,
yes,
questionnaire,
questionnaire. And then in the reading part, we already learned about,
scheduler for good customer service,
and in the listening part, we already had a lesson
experience
about experiences
of bad
of bad
customer
customer
service.
service. And lastly, we discuss about,
What is your idea of customer service?
yes, so these are the lessons that we had discussed in a
Yeah,
customer service lesson. Do you have questions with this, Toy?
yeah, no more question,
No more. Okay,
teacher.
so if you don't have any more questions, thank you so much for your active participation with our lessons. We'll see you
Yeah,
again next week, Toy. Bye for
thank you,
now.
teacher. Bye
You're
bye,
welcome.
teacher.
Bye-bye.